What's up, family? They say your vibe attracts your tribe. I need you to hit like, comment, share, and subscribe on the YouTube side. Just know that we can't do this without you. In the Mix at 6. The show doesn't happen without you. So I need you to make sure that you give me some thumbs up. Come on, hit like, comment, share, and subscribe on the YouTube side. Let's go up together.
What's going on? What's going on, family? Yours truly, Dr. Eddie. Come on, put some fire emojis in the chat. Put some fire emojis in the chat. You know it's a fact. Drop them in the comment section. What's going on? What's going on? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope you're doing well. As you know, it's me. It's yours truly, Dr. Eddie. We are right here in the mix, and not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but at 6. That's right. We're in the mix at 6. Locked in right here on the Facebook, digital airwaves, the digital airwaves of Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop all the way up. And of course, on the YouTube side, let me know where you're watching from. Come on. Let me know where you're watching from. Bet, Colorado, Detroit, yes, Texas, New York. That's it. Stand up. Come on. I want to shout you out. I want to shout your city out. By the way, as you're tuning in, let me know. Of course, I said where you're watching from, but also know that your timeline could be someone's lifeline. Do me a favor. Share if you care. You're here because you care. So guess what? I need you to share. Share with somebody. Let them know that we locked in, that we're live, that there is going to be an empowering word that's going to lift their spirit, that's going to prick their conscience, that's going to stretch the elasticity of their thinking. Let them know that we're locked in. YouTube, let's make it do what it do. Yes, I'm talking to you on YouTube. You need to make sure that you like, comment, share, subscribe. Come on, hit that notification bell. Come on, hit thumbs up. Come on, tap the thumbs up button. Yeah. Hit subscribe. You know what to do. And of course, you know my goal is to help you reach yours. My desire is to inspire. My assignment is to help you get in alignment, in divine alignment with your assignment. My job is to empower you to really identify your identity. Of course, if you don't have my latest book, Identity, go ahead and get it. Go ahead and get my latest book, Identity, Keys to Discover Your Uniqueness and Unlock Your Greatness. It's one of my 16 books. Yeah, that's right. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. Don't let me keep counting, but 16. You can get my books on Amazon. You can get them on my website, EddieConnor.com. You can also get them as an ebook, audiobook, a hard copy, wherever books are sold. Keys to Discover Your Uniqueness and Unlock Your Greatness. Go get them now. Yeah. Talking about identity, we're hearing a lot about brand identity too. But here's the thing. The key missing integer is the fact that many people are not clear on their identity. You got to get clarity when it comes to your identity. If you don't get clarity when it comes to your identity, you'll focus more on a product than who you are as a person. You can never sell what you're selling if you're not clear on who you're becoming. That's a word already. Go get the book Identity. Go get my other books as well. Guarantee you, as you pick them up, it's going to be hard for you to put them down. If you're not a part of our amazing academy, go now. Become a part of our amazing academy, which is called the Eagles Academy. The strategy, the structure, the solutions, the systems to grow your greatness. I'm showing you by coaching, teaching, training, and mentoring you on how to increase your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You got to be strategic this year. You need to get in a community that has amazing strategies that you can employ so that you can soar to another level in your purpose, but also for ultimate success and significance. Go right now, theeaglesacademy.com. Yeah. It's okay. It's cool. You become a member even right now while you're watching me right now. theeaglesacademy.com. Y'all know we're in the mix at 6. Yeah. And since we're in the mix at 6, this is class participation here. Let's huddle up real quickly. Let's run the play. You know how you used to play football and they would draw out the play on the hand and they say you go up and you cut left, you go up over there, and you cut right. I'm drawing up the play. Let's run the play. We in the mix at 6. This is what I need you to do. I need you to go and share with 6 people. Tag, tweet, tell, text, share this with at least 6 people. Yes, I'm talking to you, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Let's run the play. Listen, are you ready tonight? Are you ready tonight? If you're ready tonight, just type in the chat, let's go, let's grow. You know how we do it. Type ready if you're ready. Type let's go, let's grow. Let's do it. This is what we're talking about tonight. This is what we're talking about. I want to talk about tired of being tired. that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about tired of being tired. I'm giving you 7 types of rest that we all need. If you don't rest, I guarantee you'll rust. If you're going to be at your best, you got to rest. Yeah. Tired of being tired. Have you ever just gotten to a place where you said, I'm exhausted right now. I'm tired right now. I'm literally pouring from an empty cup. I'm trying to fill people's cups up, even though they have holes in them, and I'm depleted. I need to be replenished. Tired of being tired with folks that make me tired. Tired of being tired of working at a job when I know I have an employee, when I know I have a CEO mindset. Tired of being an employee when I have a CEO mindset. Tired of being limited. Tired of allowing people to step all over me. Tired of my gift not making room for me. Yeah. Tired of being with an attachment when I know I belong with an assignment. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to be gentle with you. Can we agree to that? I want you to be gentle with you. Why? Because I've said before that you're packaged with purpose, promise, possibility, and potential. And if you are packaged, somebody needs you to deliver. Package delivery. Think about UPS. Think about USPS. Think about FedEx. When something is being packaged, the label that is stamped is fragile. Do not drop. Handle with care. Am I talking to somebody tonight already? I want you to be gentle with you. I want you to handle yourself with care. Self-care, it helps to handle you with care. Come on. Just type in the chat, handle me with care. Handle me with care. You can't expect anybody to handle you with care if you don't handle yourself with care. Self-sabotage means I don't handle myself with care. Stinking thinking means I don't handle myself with care. Around people who I allow to demonize, criticize, minimize me means I don't handle myself with care. Not putting the right type of food in my body when I realize I'm a Maserati. I'm a vehicle, right? Of victory. And I don't exercise and I don't get proper sleep and nutrition. It's me not handling myself with care. If I don't manage my stress, and I allow my blood pressure to go up, or I engage in arguments with people who are not assignments, That's right. If you don't manage your stress will manage you. I know that might sound like a strange request because I asked you to handle yourself with care because I want you to be gentle with you. But that's what I want you to do. Can you honor my request? Why? Because I'm trying to help you be at your best. Nothing less. Yes, I know. I know. I know this. I know that people are not always gentle with you. But since people are not always gentle with you, does not mean that you shouldn't be gentle with you. Well, people are not gentle with me because I guess they see something in me that's wrong with me that I don't realize. Stop it. I want you to be gentle with you. Because if not, not only will they mismanage you, you will mismanage you. That's why you got to create healthy boundaries for yourself. Mental boundaries, spiritual boundaries, social, emotional boundaries. The list goes on and on. And here's the thing, as we're talking about tired of being tired, so I'm going to share with you seven types of rest that we need. I'm reminded of the great civil rights icon by the name of Fannie Lou Hamer, who said this: I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Have you ever been fed up with yourself? I've told this story before, but I'll share it again. It's new to somebody. I remember I broke my glasses one day and I was in my house, and it's one of my favorite pair of glasses. So much so that I tried to get them repaired. They wouldn't redo them because, they don't want to repair glasses. They want you to buy a new pair of glasses. I get it. But I broke my glasses. And I don't know if do you ever look around and just say, who can I blame for this? If this box wasn't in the way, if I didn't get this call at this time, but guess what? There was no box. There was no call. Only person I could blame was me. I was tired with me because I broke my glasses. I was frustrated internally because I couldn't blame nobody else but me. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Frustrated with you. About to fly off the handle. And here's the thing. Sometimes we're exhausted from our job. We're sick and tired of being sick and tired because we're at a job that we don't enjoy. That, yeah, may pay us well, but undervalues us. Relationships that seem to be going in a cyclical, circular cycle. Responsibilities. The struggle of just feeling like everything is on our shoulders. Family, friendships, relationships. You encourage everybody else, but who encourages you? The things that we deal with in life. Some of us are exhausted, even from ministry. Some of us are exhausted from serving others. Some of us are exhausted from the job. Some of us are exhausted from being a mom, exhausted from being a dad, exhausted from being a spouse in your house. Lord have mercy, exhausted with your spouse in your house. Laughing with people who you're frustrated with. Have mercy. Sick and tired. Being sick and tired. Here's a study I came across. Recent study said 4,000 to 5,000 pastors quit their church each year. 4 to 5,000 pastors. I'm not talking about feeding 4 to 5,000 people. I'm Talking about 4 to 5,000 pastors quitting their job each and every single year. They don't quit simply because they went viral on social media for something that wasn't right. They don't quit because they lack faith in God. No, they don't quit due to impropriety. They don't quit because their marriage has been maligned. They don't quit even because of financial instability. Here's what many pastors quit. Why? Because of the overwhelming burden of, here it is, mental exhaustion. I don't know if you've ever been just totally mentally exhausted. Relationship got you mentally exhausted. Job, mentally exhausted. The project that you put out that everybody loved, that was a success, but it made you mentally exhausted. They got a lot of joy. You got a lot of pain. You literally suffering from success. Hmm? Many pastors quit because of the overwhelming burden of mental exhaustion. When you pour out so much, who pours back into you? Hmm? You making everybody else's life work. But who's helping you to make yours work? Can't pour from an empty cup. An encourager needs to be encouraged. Person who serves needs to be served. The person who gives needs to be given to. The person who comforts needs to be comforted. The person who loves needs love given back in return. Yeah. TLC is more than just a group. TLC is more than T-Boz, Left Eye, and Chili. It's tender, loving care. I double dare. Will you take the double dare to give somebody and show somebody some tender love and care? Will you? I double dare you to handle people with care. Why? Because not only you, but they do too, have a fragile do not drop label on their lives. We know how to smile in your face. We know how to say, I'm blessed and highly favored, but still feel low to the flow. Go out for a meal to eat, but you still feel incomplete. Go out for a meal to eat, you're full, but inside you still feel empty. Got on your best, but you still feel depressed. Here's what we're grappling with. So many people are pouring from an empty cup, and then what they pour is wasted because they're pouring into people who have holes in their cup. Are you following me tonight? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? What we're doing is we're grappling with the needs of our family, trying to build a business. We got uncertainty in the world. Things are shaping, things are shifting, things are shaking. Raising children without spousal support. On this seesaw, on this continuum. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Sometimes you're level to the ground. As a result, here it is, because we're dealing with so many things that are burdens, because we're dealing with so many things that are on our shoulders. Here's what we do. Now we go through life wearing a mask. Ask me how I'm doing. Do you really want to know the answer? Yeah. Next time somebody asks you how you doing, ask them a question back. Do you really want to know the answer? Do you want the surface answer? Do you want the real answer? Hmm? They may tell me the real answer, but I guarantee they want the surface one. Gonna be too much. Already got pain. Now you compounding your pain with mine? I ain't got the time. Why? Because as I said before, 80% of people don't care about your problems. 20% are glad you have them. I'm more English than the math. 80 and 20 is 100. Can I keep it 100? Can I keep it 100? 0 to 100 real quick. As a result, we go through life wearing this mask because we understand that in many cases, people don't know how to handle us with care. People are so busy running on autopilot that they never have a pulse on not their own pain, but the pain of other people. They're not emotionally intelligent. They're not mature enough to handle the issues and the vicissitudinous circumstances of life. And so you realize, why even take my problems to people with problems? Because here it is, their empathy is on E. They know how to gaslight you, but they don't know how to fuel you. They know how to move in a place of narcissism, but they don't know how to push you into a place of progression. So now you go through life wearing a mask because simply here it is, you understand that people don't understand you and what you go through. We know how to put on a face as if everything is fine and is dandy and you're dancing through daisies. Blessed, highly favored. We know the routine lines to say. People ask you how you doing. Oh, I'm great. Fantastic. Couldn't be better. No complaints. And this is what we do. This is what we do. We get a little bit close to the edge, but we don't go all the way there. Say it's good. Ain't no use of complaining, no way. See? Ain't no use of complaining. No complaints, no need of complaining. When in actuality, it's the exact opposite. And here's the thing. If you will be honest, sometimes you just want to scream. And I'm not talking about a Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson song. Make you want to scream. What did they say in the song? What was some of the lyrics? Stop pressuring me. Pressure makes diamonds, as what we say. Here's the thing. Pressure bursts pipes is what we need to start saying. Pressure bursts blood vessels. Pressure that is not treated, that is not tapped in, that has not been managed, creates aneurysms, drains you, simply because here it is, we have a poor self-care hygiene. You smell good, but you don't feel good. You look good, but you don't see no good in you. So now you're tired of being tired. How can you remain inspired when you're tired of being tired? And as a result, now we become socially withdrawn. As a result, we just want to be alone. Because here it is, we're smiling on the outside while suffering in silence on the inside. Can I tell you a story? It's a man with amazingly exotic fish. Man had a little had some money. Had an aquarium in his house. Whatever he wanted, he could afford it. But in the midst of everything that he owned, guess what his prizest possession was? It was his fish. Never talked back to him, but he fed him. He spent time with him. He treated him with amazing TLC, tender loving care. His fish, to a certain degree, put him in a place of peace. They had no care. They had no worries. They only relied on him. One day, as he was getting ready to go to sleep and retire for the night, man with the exotic fish in the aquarium, as was his custom, he would turn the temperature down on the aquarium prior to him going to sleep. And this one night he was rather exhausted. Forgot to turn the temperature down. Wakes up in the morning, routine custom. Would check his fish first. I'm talking about before he brushed his teeth. Checked on his fish first. I'm not talking about no goldfish, y'all. I'm not talking about just some tilapia. Some of y'all said, yeah, that one of them fish sound a little tasty to me. No, I'm talking about exotic fish, various species that you can only find in remote places around the world. People would pay a hefty dollar, an arm and a leg for these exotic fish. As is his custom, he wake up in the morning. He was quick to get out of bed because he realized, it jogged his memory, that he didn't turn down the temperature on the aquarium. He runs and dashes to the aquarium. And in many cases, the man practically burst out into tears. Looking at all the years of how he collected these exotic fish to see that here it is, all of the fish had floated to the top. That's not a good sign. The fish had expired. The fish had died. And right before he was set to eulogize his fish, right before he bemoaned the mistake that he had made, that he could not course correct, that he could not fix due to him being exhausted, due to him being tired, that it didn't jog his memory. He saw all of the time that he had invested with his fish, the money that he had spent, the exotic fish that had floated to the top of the aquarium. He said this to himself. He asked himself a question, and he said, I wonder, did the fish scream and I didn't hear it? Somebody's saying that's such a silly question. Of course he couldn't hear no fish screaming at him, screaming. The deeper aspect is the fact that in many cases, the fish suffered in silence without his knowledge. Hear me, I want to talk to somebody. You're going through life, you're working at your job, you're in your relationship, you're in your marriage, you're serving at your church, you show up in your community center, you're a present father, you're a motivated mother, But here's the thing, you're screaming silently, and nobody has a pulse on your pain to hear you because they're not tapped into you, much less your issue. You show up on the date, but you were crying your eyes out 30 minutes prior. You dabbed your eyes 1,000 times driving to the location. You're serving, trying to help other people heal, but you feel broken. You're helping other people while you're hemorrhaging and hurting. I wonder, did the fish scream at night and I didn't hear it? I want to talk to the silent screamers tonight. I want to talk to the people who are leading while they're bleeding, serving, but you're suffering in silence. Why? Because you know how to be strong for so long. You know how to show up and show out. You know how to say on to the next one. You know how to say attention, forward march. Because you are a soldier in the army of the Lord. Militant minded. Right? I wonder, did they scream and I didn't hear it? I want to talk to the person who's screaming silently and nobody here seems to hear your pain. You go through life tired of being tired. Worried about who could you talk to because you're worried about people who will judge you. Just because they have a heart, you realize they don't have a heart. We have wounds that need to be healed. And here's the thing. We get so caught up in living on autopilot. We get so caught up in doing, but not being. We know how to be a human doing. But when's the last time you checked in with yourself to be a human being? I need you to understand this. Being present with yourself is a present. The reason why you fly off the handle from 0 to 100 real quick, because you're screaming silently. And you flying off the handle is an indication to say, I need you to hear me. Somebody get a pulse of my pain. Quote that suggests that if our young people don't feel embraced in the village, here's what they do. Here's what they will do. If our young people don't feel embraced in the village, this is what they'll do. They'll burn it down to feel its warmth. Did you hear what I just said? If our young people, if our brothers, if our sisters are not embraced in the village, they will burn it down to feel its warmth. Because we do not feel the warmth in the relationship, we'll burn it down. Because we don't feel the warmth in the job, we'll burn it down. Because we don't feel the warmth in the organization and in the community and in the environment, we will burn it down to feel its warmth. But here's what, you never fight fire with fire, you fight fire with water. Not to drown in it, but to stay afloat despite it, to walk on water as a result of it. You got to be present in the present. I was watching The Last Dance on Netflix. And it's about Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. And there was a particular reporter who was covering Michael. This was during the 1998 finals, and he's talking in retrospect as the Chicago Bulls faced the Utah Jazz. And we all know that bad man, number 23, whose number 23 is in the rafters in Chicago, hoisted his sixth trophy in Utah, crossing over that defender, Brian Russell, shooting a shot, following through, scoring with just a few seconds remaining in the game to win his sixth NBA championship, much less his sixth NBA finals. The reporter said, the greatness of Michael Jordan was not how long he could hang in the air, not even his fierce competitive fire in nature. Wasn't the fact that he just wanted it better than anybody else who was on the court with him. Wasn't just necessarily just his God-given physical gifts. Wasn't necessarily how he was able to rally his teammates when his back against the wall. He said Michael's greatest ability was his ability to be present in the moment. Think about that. I don't even think we realize the power of being present in the moment because we always have to be on our phone. We always have to be distracted. We always have to be looking and scrolling. We always have to be inundated with the next thing, the gadget, to where we're just busy being busy, but we're not productive. He said his greatest ability was being able to be present in the moment. Whoever he was with, whatever was going on, didn't matter what was going on around him. He was able to lock in and have laser focus. Didn't matter what was going on in his personal life. On that 94-foot court, he was able to lock in and seize the moment. Are you present with yourself? Are you present when it's time to be present with your emotions? Are you present when it's time to be present spiritually? Or is your mind tossed to and fro like the sea, to where you literally have the attention span of a gnat? Are you following me on that? Being present. You're present in the meeting, but with your mind is somewhere else. You're present living, but you're living on autopilot because you're just going through the motions, but you're not present with yourself. You're present as a teacher, but your mind is somewhere else because it's not with the students. Present in a relationship, but you think about somebody else. Lord have mercy. What we have to do is we have to analyze so we don't internalize our issues. What I love about God is that what God does is he has the healing tissues for our hurting issues. We have to realize this. We're not a human doing. We're a human being. We are human beings. And because we are human beings, we have been fashioned. We have been formed. We have been shaped with feelings, with emotions, with scars, with wounds, with that we need to get rid of through trials. So we feel certain things. We can't not do. We've been fashioned with feelings and emotions and scars. Oftentimes come with that. Wounds need to become wisdom. Trauma needs to move into a place of triumph. Triggers and trials need to become testimonies. Come on, somebody type healing tonight. Type healing. Type healing. Type healing. Come on. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Come on. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm talking to you on the YouTube side, especially. Hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe. We got to look within. We have to move into that place of healing. We have to move into that place of revelation. We have to move into that place of transformation. We have to free ourselves from the emotional incarceration and the psychological pain. Listen, transformation is for you. Transformation changes situations. That's why you need to be in an amazing academy. That's why you need to join the Eagles Academy, even right now as I'm talking to you, as I'm speaking life into your life. You need the strategies, the structure, and the solutions on how to take your life to another dimension, how to move into a place of transformation, how to find peace from broken pieces, how to find wisdom from your wounds. It takes place in our academy. Go there right now. I want you to go to the eaglesacademy.com. Yeah. It's okay. You can go there right now. I'm talking. Right while I'm talking. Go there right now. The eaglesacademy.com. When you get there, I want you to tap the join now button. Then I want you to fill out the form to become a member. Yes, we want to embrace you. We want you to be in a setting, a space, a place, a community of eagles who understand that a win for you is a win for them too. We want to embrace you with wings of love in our Eagles Academy. Come on, join us now. TheEaglesAcademy.com. Come on, my Eagles who are already part of our community. Post your eagle emojis. Post your eagle emojis. Here's what Jesus reminded us. Matthew 11:28 says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you," here it is, rest. Somebody just type rest. I'm tired of being tired because I haven't got any rest. I went to sleep, but I didn't get any rest. There's no rest. Rest is a byproduct. Of handing over what's burdening me to him. Rest is connected to restoration. The prefix of restoration is rest. If I'm going to be at my best, I got to rest. I either rest or I rust. All ye that labor. What are you dealing with in your life that is so laborious? Your hands are too small to handle it. God's hands are big enough to handle it, to deal with it. Labor, then heavy laden. Whew. And I'll give you rest. Here it is. Tired of being tired. I'm exhausted. In the midst of exhaustion, what we need is restoration. You can't spell restoration without rest. Somebody type rest. Somebody type restoration. If you're going to be at your best, you're going to have to rest. Sometimes you're going to have to say no so that you can rest. You telling everybody else yes. You saying yes to this project, yes to that person, yes to this, yes to that. But you always, every single time you telling everybody else yes, you tell yourself no. Why? Because you got a spirit of being a people pleaser. Well, what will they say if I don't show up? What will they say if I change plans? Put you on your schedule. You got every project on your schedule. You got every other person on your schedule. You got this and that, and you ain't got no space and place for you. You should have a problem with that. I got a problem with that. Make an appointment with you. Make an appointment for you to get some rest. You got to be doing something all the time. Sometimes doing nothing is everything. Here it is. You cannot create if you don't move into a place of Restoration. Restoration moves you into a place of recreation. Recreation is recreate. I can't recreate if there's nothing restorative in my life. Oh my goodness. I'm talking about some things I ain't even intend to talk about. I remember I was in the Apple store. No, it's not because of that. Those of y'all been rocking with me for a little while. You know I had some computer issues. No, 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 no. This ain't that. This was some time ago. I will not forget. I never shall forget. Never shall forget. I'm in the Apple store. Why am I at the Apple store? I'm at the Apple store. I'm having a flashback. I'm getting triggered right now. I, I was at the Apple store simply because my phone went blank. I'm telling you, out of the blue, kaboom, kabing, zip, zilch, nada. Ain't got nothing for you, bruh. That ain't a good sign. Am I lying? Ain't a good sign. Couldn't get a call, couldn't surf the web, couldn't get on an app, couldn't get a text. So guess the move that was next. Apple Store. Couldn't even make a Genius appointment because my phone happened to go out and I wasn't even at home, even by a computer. So I made my way, making my way downtown, walking fast. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Anyway, I get to the Apple Store and I'm like, hey, bro, sis, whoever I was talking to, I need help ASAP. My phone does not work. Guy says, is your phone backed up? I say, yeah. Oh, my computer's in my car. He said, go get your computer. Bring it out of the car. Go get your computer. Thankfully, he took me without an appointment. He says, did you back up your information to the computer? I said, yeah. I got it. Got it right here. He said, I got a USB cord for you. He plugs the inside of the cord, the end of the cord to the phone, plugs the other end of the cord into my laptop. He said, just hold on. We'll reboot. Don't worry. We're going to reboot the phone. You'll be able to take all of your data and put it back onto your phone from the computer since it's backed up. Would have been a big problem if I didn't have it backed up. Bigger problem. So he said, don't plug it up. I come right back. Check on this client over here. I'm coming right back to you, bro. So phone is supposedly to be getting backed up. Nothing is happening. All of a sudden, I see a little white bar go across the phone. And all of a sudden, I get 3 words that flash on my phone. And here's what it says. It says, restore in progress. Somebody missed your shout tonight. Come on, just type that in the chat. Type restore in progress. Yeah. Restore in progress. Restore in progress. Can I put a pin right there? I'm going to pick up on that at the end because it's going to fit with what I'm getting ready to tell you. Restore in progress. It's going to knock your socks off. Stick with me. Here's the first type of rest that we need. I'm giving you 7 types of rest. The first type of rest that we need is physical rest. Yeah. Yeah, your restoration is in progress tonight. First type of restoration that we need, the first type of rest that we need is physical rest. Why is that? Because according to researchers, what we need is not oftentimes what we're getting. Rest is not a luxury. Rest is a necessity. Are you hearing me? Restore and progress me, please. So what you got to do? You got to prioritize you. I am the type of person who is so used to burning a candle at both ends. Up early, sleep late. But burn the candle both ends, gonna leave you with no candle at all. Your candle's gonna be put out. Got to rejuvenate yourself. Getting at least 7 to 8 hours of real rest, not just sleep, but rest. Allowing your mind to power down. Oftentimes, the last thing that we touch before we go to bed is our phone. First thing we touch when we wake up is our phone. Power your mind down. Sleep is restorative. Here's what researchers say. Researchers say this about sleep. Sleep, what it does is that sleep is like a windshield wiper. What it's doing is it's wiping away all of the excess, unnecessary information that is stored in your brain that creates oftentimes fatigue, lethargy. You know, sleep affects your mood. It causes your mindset to reset when you rest. Rest is a reset. I guarantee you, you'll think a little bit better if you get more rest. You won't fly off the handle in traffic and have road rage if you get more rest. Sleep is for your body. Sleep is for your mind. And more than just the body, it's for the mind. Sleep rejuvenates, sleep refreshes, sleep restores your energy. Somebody type physical rest. That's number 1. Second type of rest that you need, mental rest. Got to understand this. Your mental health is your wealth. What do you do to refresh and relax your mind? Hear me. You got to take the time to mind your mind. What words are you saying over your life? How are you affirming your mindset? Your mind matters. How are you taking the time for meditating on God's word, meditating on where it is that you want to be, visualizing where you want to go, who you want to become, who do you want coming with you? Got to take the time to mind your mind. You got to be metacognitive. You have to think about what you're thinking about. You have to quiet your mind. You have to mute the noise around you so you can hear the voice within you. Got to move into a place of meditation. Got to move into a place of visualization. Whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are pure, Whatsoever things are worthy, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, here's the mind right now. Think on these things. I will keep you in perfect peace if you keep your, here it is again, mind stayed on me. Be not conformed to this world. Be ye transformed. Be shaped by the renewing of your mind. You're not transformed by the renewing of your marital vows. We're happy for that. You're not transformed by the renewing of your lease. You're not transformed by the renewing of everything else that's around you. You are transformed by the renewing of your mind. I've got to allow myself to get mental rest. I'll create better. I'll think better. I'll develop better. I'll treat people better when I prioritize rest for my mind. These are aspects of self-care. Hear me. There is no self-care if I don't care for self. And here it is. We don't care for self. We neglect self because we've been taught to hate ourselves. Who told you how to hate yourself? Malcolm X. Come on. He asked you that question. Powerful statement from the one and only Malcolm X. Why? Because he understood you were an X factor in your own life. If the oppressor, if the oppressive aspects of life, if the lethargy, the discombobulation, the heaviness, that which is heavy laden, the laboriousness of life, it calls you to turn on you, who else will you turn to? I don't practice self-care if I don't care for myself. If I don't see esteem in self, there's no self-esteem. Are you here? Are you here? Are you tapped in? I'll always neglect myself when I don't see that there's value and worth in myself. Told you number one, we're talking about 7 types of rest that you need. I'm tired of being tired. Rest, restoration. First type is physical rest. Second type is mental rest. Third type is sensory rest. All the bright lights, all the phones, all the computer screens. What does it do? It dulls our senses. In many cases, not just dulls our senses, it causes our senses to be overwhelmed. Do you know that on average, that we touch our phones 2,500 to 3,000 times a day? Do you hear me? We touch our phones at least 3,000 times a day. Are you getting 3,000 text messages? You might be. I don't know. Generally, your phone is dry as a bone, but you're still touching it because you're addicted to it. The average adult, hear me, spends 11 hours on their phone each and every single day. Kids, even more so. That's why we got to supervise our children, what they're doing, what they're watching, parental controls on the phones. Touch our phone 2,500, 2,500 to 3,000 times a day. Average adult spends at least 11 hours on their phone each and every single day. Sensory overload. We connect to our world through our senses. But here's what we have to do. We have to take the time to unplug, to disconnect, to recharge. How do we recharge? How do we disconnect? How do we unplug? We do that by reducing sensory overload. We do that in order to reduce the emotional fatigue of what it is that we feel. Do you understand? When you don't even eat, when you don't even get enough rest, You have a propensity to choose sweets, salty foods, more so than you would if you got enough rest. Sleep deprivation is what many times we're dealing with. We got to rest our senses. It's okay to power down the computer. It's okay to power down the phone. It's okay to sit in silence. Sometimes silence can be so loud, but here's what we got to do. We got to get used to it. Got to get adjusted to it. Come on, type tonight. Physical rest, mental rest, number 2. Thirdly, sensory rest. Fourth, I want you to type this, creative rest. We're talking about restore and progress tonight. I didn't forget. I'm going to circle the wagons. I'm coming around the mountain. Here I come. Creative rest is what we need. Here's a question I want to ask you, and maybe you have not necessarily discovered it about you, but here you do have it. You got multiple intelligences. You got multiple gifts. Multiple people need those multiple intelligences. Multiple people need those multiple gifts that you do have. What are your creative gifts? What are your creative abilities? Here's the thing. You need creativity to solve problems. You need creativity to brainstorm new ideas. What does creative rest do? Creative rest, it reawakens the childlike wonder within us. Pablo Picasso said this. He said, we're born as children, we're born with creative abilities. We're born with childlike creative genius abilities. We're born as a genius. The hard part is when we grow older and we try to remain and hold on to that genius. What kills the genius? Lives. If I want to tap into my genius, I got to tap into my childlike wonder. How do I tap into the childlike wonder, the childlike creativity, the childlike genius, the childlike aspect to where you just felt like you could do anything? You felt like you could be anybody. How do you reawaken that childlike wonder? Because we lose that as we get older oftentimes. It atrophies. Because everybody tells you, just grow up. Be serious. It's the time and place for it all. So the way that you reawaken that childlike wonder, this is what you got to do. Take yourself out. Enjoy some of the beauty of the outdoors sometimes. When weather permits. If you live in cold climates like I do. Explore art, whether it's online, whether it's in person. Go for a walk. Read a book, because reading allows you to open up a new window to your world. It allows you to move into a place of creativity. We can all read the same book, but we'll interpret it differently. Take a trip. Check out a scenic view. Sit by the water. Tap into your childlike joy. Every one of us is born as an artist. The challenge is to remain an artist when you grow up. Let me say it again. Every one of us is born an artist. The challenge is to remain an artist once you've grown up. You have the paintbrush in your hand. What picture will you paint on the canvas of life? Paint peace. Paint power. Paint joy. Paint love. Paint increase. Paint happiness. Paint togetherness. Paint purpose. Paint laughter. Come on, somebody fill in the blank. Paint, paint, paint. You're an artist. Paint the way that you want your life to look. Physical rest, number 1. Number 2, mental rest. Number 3, sensory rest. Number 4, creative rest. Number 5, write this, emotional rest. Is anybody getting something from this tonight? You may be tired of being tired, but when this is over, you're not going to be tired no more. Come on, emotional rest. In order to get emotional rest, that's what I have to do, because we're holding on to so many things that don't belong to us. We're holding on to things, trauma, stress, negativity, bitterness, angst. That has become unnecessary weight. Yeah. It's time to become the biggest loser. Yeah. I got to lose what I need to leave behind. I need to lose emotional weight. Lay aside every weight and the sin that does so easily beset, so that you can what? Run with patience the race that is set before you. I can't run being weighed down. You're supposed to be Usain Bolt, but you're looking like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. You're supposed to be Usain Bolt, but you're the Hunchback of Notre Dame, whatever it is, however you pronounce it, because you're carrying all this weight that is on your shoulders. It's become so laborious. Bag a lady, you gon' hurt your back. Erica Badu, I'm trying to show you how to make it do what it do. I'm trying to get the bad off of you. Did you get that one? For a rocket booster to go into the stratosphere, this is what they have to do. They have to let go of the rocket boosters. It's not personal, it's just business. I'm standing on business. I'm soaring on business. Drop it like it's hot. Emotional rest means me realizing that there is some unrest that I need to arrest. I'm only on number 5, but if y'all ain't getting with it, I'm gone. I will close up shop right now. I need you to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. Let's go. We're on the clock. YouTube, you already know. Let's make it do what it do. Come on. I will close up shop. I will stop if we don't start over here. Come on, let's go. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Come on now. This is good. I know it's good. Let's show us. Let's show it. Let's act like it's good. Let's show it. Let's show YouTube what's good. For me to have emotional rest, I have to define what is keeping me at, what is not keeping me at rest. I have to define what is the unrest that I'm experiencing and arrest it. How do I arrest the unrest? Somebody just type arrest the unrest. How do I arrest the unrest? To be at my best, this is what I got to do. I have to muster up the courage, catch up mustard. I have to muster up the courage to be vulnerable and authentic. I, I got to be vulnerable. Whew. I have to move into a place of vulnerability and authenticity. Hear me. I have to realize it's okay to not be okay. Do you hear me tonight? I know you've cried. I know you suffered in silence. I don't know if you've tapped in all the way. Maybe you have, but hear me. It's okay to not be okay, but it's not okay to stay that way. Emotional rest is what you need. It's okay to not be okay, but it's not okay to stay that way. What I mean, in the multitude of counselors, there's safety. In the multitude of counselors, there's safety. I need mentorship. I need counseling. I need therapy. Therapy is not taboo. It's something that's for me and you. I have to take the time to talk to trusted advisors versus trying to be around folks who want to judge you and don't even have a law degree. But here's the thing, they understand that you're not a human doing, you're a human being. Gotta have emotional rest. I have to allow myself to be vulnerable. If I'm going to heal the emotional incarceration, the psychological pain, the angst, the animosity, the negativity, the post traumatic slave syndrome, the generational curses that need to be broken, I have to be vulnerable. I have to say, this is what I'm dealing with. This is what hurts. This is what I'm struggling with. This is what I need help at. That moves you into a place of authenticity. Why? Because you've now tapped into your identity. Is this helping somebody tonight? Is this helping somebody? Talking about physical rest, talking about mental rest, sensory rest, creative rest, number 4. Number 5, emotional rest. Number 6, social rest. Woo! Come here, social butterfly. Come here. Come on over here. Let me holler at you. Hey, how you doing? Come here, extrovert. Introvert's like, yeah, I'm gonna sit this one out because I do that anyway. Ambivert, let me holler at you. You a little cross between. 6 type of rest that we need. Social rest. Come on, type social rest. Here's the question I want to ask you. Do your relationships drain you or sustain you? Do I have attachments or assignments? Do I have people who make more withdrawals than deposits in my life? And as a result, I'm the one who ends up bankrupt because I allowed them to make an overdraft on my emotions. What's your emotional budget looking like? I ain't ask about your financial bank account. That's between you and whoever else loves you. I'm asking about your emotional bank account. Matter of fact, where's your fatigue bank account at? Where's your rest bank account at? And some of us is so in the negative that now you're a negative Nancy. Some of us is so down that now you're a Debbie Downer. Derek Downer. I want to be gender equitable. Do your relationships drain you or sustain you? And here's the thing. We have to differentiate between those relationships that revive us So good. And the relationships that exhaust us. I got to say that twice because it's also nice. We have to differentiate between the relationships that revive us and the relationships that exhaust us. I'm not exhausted because of me. I'm exhausted because of you. I'm exhausted because of who I surrounded myself with. And now here it is. I've allowed people to be the thermometer when I'm the one who's a thermostat. I've allowed people to set my temperature, and now I'm reflecting their attitude. I gotta realize here it is. Take your power back. Take your power back. Take your power back. Type that. Take your power back. I'm taking my freedom. I got the power. Come on. Holy Ghost power. Take your power back. I take my power back by recognizing I'm a thermometer. I'm not a thermometer. I am a thermostat. I take my power back by recognizing I'm not a thermometer. I'm a thermostat. I don't reflect. I set. Sometimes you have to set it in motion that you ain't gonna be at every party. You got to set in motion that you ain't gonna be at every soiree. You got to set in motion that you're not gonna go to every birthday party. Got to set in motion that you're not gonna be at every function because you need to function. I can't show up to every function because at the end of the day, I need to function. I don't want to be dysfunctional. Can't pour from an empty cup. Don't allow the fear of missing out to stop you from showing up for yourself. Did you hear what I just said? Don't allow the fear of missing out to stop you from showing up for yourself, to stop you from showing up for you because you overextended yourself. And then now you mad at everybody else, but you the one who made a decision. And guess what they're gonna say? If you was tired, you just shouldn't have showed up. Easier said than done oftentimes, because now we're trying to pacify people. We want to be a people pleaser. Here's what you have to do. You have to learn how to tightrope. You have to learn how to find the balance between isolation and connection. Did you hear what I said? For you to move into a place of real social rest, you have to find the healthy balance between isolation and connection. You go and have time with everybody else, but then you go move into a place of solitude and silence. What the scripture said, Jesus removed himself from the crowd. Jesus found a way to get away from the crowd. Right? Because probably he was an ambivert. I'm not so introvert that I can't be extrovert and mix it up with some people since we in the mix. But I'm not so extrovert that I can't allow myself to have time alone. I have a healthy balance because I understand the difference between isolation and connection, social restoration. Last but not least, social rest is important. That's right. I got to mute your voice so I can hear his voice because his voice is a source. Your voice is a resource. Am I making sense right now? I have to mute your voice so I can hear His voice. His voice is the source. Your voice is a resource. Mm-hmm. But I got to get quiet enough so I can hear and get direction. Last but not least, spiritual rest. Number 7. We in the mix of 6. I can't just give you 6. Gave you 7. Told you number 1, physical rest. Number 2, mental rest. Number 3, you got sensory rest. 4, more creative rest. 5, you got to have emotional rest. 6, social rest. 7, I need spiritual rest. Type that. Spiritual rest. Remember I said in the beginning, I want you to be gentle with you. Being gentle with you is now I decide to give up what doesn't lift me up. I give up what weighs me down. How do I do that? I make a decision to stop holding on to what I was never designed to carry. Here it is. Our problem, why we're tired of being tired, is because we're not just carrying problems, we're carrying people. We're carrying people who are our problems, and we continue to move into the place and make it a pattern. Come unto me, all ye that labor are heavy laden, and I'll give you rest. Cast all your cares on me because I care for you. Whatever you care about, God don't care about that. Whatever you care about, God don't care about his little. Whatever you care about, he cares about. Why? Because he's always given TLC to you. Tender, loving care. I got to stop carrying problems, and I got to stop carrying people. I have to get the monkey off my back. I have to get the issues off my back. I have to pull the people off my back and allow them to pull their own weight. Stop pulling the weight of other people simply because you want to please the people who keep riding your back. No man can ride your back unless it's bent. Thank you, Dr. King. Because you're helping brothers be kings. You're helping our sisters be queens. Nobody can ride your back unless it's bent. This is your night to square your shoulders. This is your time to look to the hills from where your help comes. This is your time to roll folks up off your back. I can't carry you, and I can't carry what God has for me to do at the same time too. One of us gonna have to go, and it ain't me. I'm casting my cares on him. How do I move into a place of spiritual restoration? I have to revive my spirit through prayer. You don't revive your spirit through the latest gossip. You revive your spirit through the gospel. You don't revive your spirit with celebrity gossip and celebrity news and bad news and the 7 o'clock news. You revive your spirit with the good news. It's not with Aaliyah's, I'm sending you a 4-page letter. It's with you understanding God's love letter. 1 Corinthians 13, love is patient, love is kind, love doesn't envy, love doesn't keep a record of wrongs, love isn't easily provoked. That word becomes a mirror. Can you substitute your name for the word love? Can you substitute the loved one's name for the word love? If not, we got some work to do. It should be Eddie is patient, Pookie is kind, Tanisha, Ruby, Cece, JJ. I got to revive myself through prayer. I have to meditate on God's word. I have to allow him to wash me through the word. I have to surround myself with a community of supporters who want to see me grow in my faith. Right? Because here's the thing. Many of us are spiritually malnourished. You're healthy on the inside and on the outside, but you're skin and bones on the inside. You're healthy on the outside, but you're anorexic on the inside. Because you only feed the outside, you never feed your spirit man. Here it is. Your spiritual nature your spirit nature is like white blood cells. What do your white blood cells do? Your white blood cells fight off disease and dis-ease. Your white blood cells are your fighters. We don't fight against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness in high places, the things I can't see. My fight is not the natural. My fight is the spiritual. You never see what your white blood cells are fighting, but your white blood cells are fighting. You don't always know what to pray for, but the Spirit maketh intercession. In your prayer, in your study of the word, in your meditation, in your time spent with God. Now, here it is. I'm building up my spirit as a fighter. For when the enemy comes in like a flood, Spirit of the Lord will raise up a standard against it. I'm putting on my whole armor. Gotta have the full armor of God. I got my head shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. I got on my helmet of salvation, sword of the Spirit. Garment, belt of truth, shield of faith, feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Belt of truth, but here's the thing. Notice this. Between the helmet of salvation all the way down to the feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace, you have nothing for your back. There is no armor for your back. Why? Because God don't expect me to run from the devil. God doesn't expect me to run from the issue. I'm not on the defense. I'm on the offense. I'm expected to fight the good fight of faith. And it only happens when I charge my spirit more than I charge my phone. Your phone is on 98%. Many of y'all keep it on 100 all times. That's the only thing that's on 100. But can I keep it on 100? Can I keep it 100? It's a sad indictment when your phone is on 100% and your spirit is on 1%. Okay, I'll give you 10%. What am I prioritizing for my progress? Why? Because I'll have restoration in progress when I get physical rest, when I get mental rest, when I get sensory rest, when I get creative rest, when I get emotional rest, when I get social rest, when I get spiritual rest. Guess what? I'll have rest. And like it flashed on my phone, it'll say restore in progress. Here's the thing. When I was in that Apple store and I plugged in the USB cord from one side of the phone to the other side of the computer, it flashed restore in progress. But here's the thing. Would I understand that it was a spiritual thing more than just a natural thing, a physical experience with my phone? There was a spiritual message and connotation to it. Do you want to know what it is? I'm so glad you asked. Here it is. I'm the phone. You and I are the phone. Jesus is the cord. And God is the computer. I'm the phone. God is the computer. Jesus is the USB cord. In order for me to be restored, no man cometh to the Father except through Jesus. If I'm going to be restored, I got to make sure I'm plugged into the right person. Who are you connected to? I got to be connected to who's going to restore me, not who's going to drain me. Come on, come on. Type restore. Type restore. When I get connected, when I get plugged back into God, when I get plugged in through prayer, when I get plugged in spiritually, when I get plugged in through the word, when I get plugged in through the right people who are not warriors, but who are prayer warriors, guess what? Now my family is restored. My life is restored. My mind is restored. My social connections are restored. My emotions, my creativity, my senses, my mentality, my physical body, my finances, everything I put my hands to, it prospers because restore is in progress. Come on, type it. Type it. Type restore. Type restore in progress. Life looks like it's a mess, but God sent me a sign that if I plug right back into him, it's going to say restore in progress. Don't look like I'm at my best. Don't feel like I'm at my best. I've been tired of being tired. But here's how I get back inspired. Got to get connected. Got to get plugged back in. Then my restoration is in progress. Come on, I believe God is restoring you even as I'm talking to you. He's restoring what it seemed like you lost. He's restoring your hope. He's restoring your dreams. He's restoring your direction. He's restoring your joy. He's restoring your mindset. He's restoring your love. He's restoring your self-confidence. He's restoring your self-concept. He's restoring your self-esteem. He's restoring the love that you've been so in need of and feeling deserving of. It's coming back. Not just 30, not just 60, but 100-fold. Believe that. Progress looks good on you. Healing looks good on you. Hear me. Transformation, that looks good on you too. You need to be around the type of people who want to see you progress and walk in a place of restoration. Listen, I know you got something from this. If you are not a part of our Amazing Eagles Academy, understand this. The restoration doesn't start and stop here. There's more transformation for you to experience. I want you to step into the digital doors of our Amazing Academy community. Come on. I want you to go right now to the eaglesacademy.com. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in to the eaglesacademy.com. We're giving you strategy, structure, solutions, systems, substantive, not just information, but transformation, so that you can soar to another dimension in your success, greater success and purpose. Do you realize that the paradigm shift has gone from industrialization to automation? We got to seize the moment. We got to understand the signs of the times. We shifted from brick and order to click and order. We need the strategy, structure, and the solutions to increase our ideas, our impact, and our influence in our business, in our relationships, in our purpose, in our spiritual walk, in how we connect with other people, in how we do business, in our brand and in our purpose, in our products and in our services, to not just survive, but to thrive. Ideas, impact, influence. We need to increase in those avenues, in those areas. I'm showing you how to do that. While I'm talking, I want you to start logging on to the eaglesacademy.com. Yes, I'm talking to you, bruh. Yeah, I'm talking to you, brother. Sister, I'm talking to you too. Business owner, nurse, lawyer, judge, teacher, professor, pastor, leader, community engager, activist. I'm talking to you. You need to be in a system that causes you to soar. It's the Eagles Academy. Join me and a host of other Eagles because we're growing at a rapid exponential rate with amazing gifted leaders who don't mind sharing strategies and structure. Because here's the thing, I don't just have all the answers. One can chase 1,000, two can chase 10,000. You don't just go as far as your dream, you go as far as your team. Nobody has it all, but all of us together, we've got the solutions. But trust me, you're going to get a lot of solutions from me and the team of Eagles. Soar with us. Soar with us. Come on. Go to the eaglesacademy.com. I'm talking to my next level thinkers. I'm talking to my futurists. I'm talking to my imaginative people. I'm talking to people who decide and have made up their mind. I refuse to be left behind. I understand that the way to create the future is to shape it. Let's go. Let's go. Be a part of our amazing academy. Be a part of the teachings, the trainings, the master classes, the hundreds of hours of every type of session that you can possibly think of that you have exposure to. Our accountability partners. Come on. Make an investment in yourself. Make an investment in yourself. Investment is key. Join our community right now. TheEaglesAcademy.com. I guarantee you get more accomplished with other people than you will by yourself. That's why community is so key, is so important. Revolution not only be televised, to be digitized. Go right now, theeaglesacademy.com/store. I've got some free resources that are there that I want you to check out. I have the bestseller book Blueprint. Those of you who know you need to write your book this year, those of you who already are authors, but you need to sell more copies. Your books don't just need to remain in your garage or in your closet or in the back of your trunk. Those books need to be in people's hands. I'm showing you how to move it. I'm showing you how to get those in people's hands. I'm showing you how to market yourself. I'm showing you as well how to become an industry authority as an author, how to shift your book from the manuscript to the marketplace. How is it that whenever I drop a book, it goes number one every time? Strategy. You need my strategy. So why would you have to reinvent the wheel? Why have to learn on your own? Let me show you what to do. It's already been done. All you have to do is plug and play and work the plan. I hope you understand. You want to get my successful speaker strategies. You want to get that digital training where I'm talking about the art of communication. I even have the art of communication as well, which is a free resource. But you want to get my successful speaker strategies because I go farther in that, my successful speaker strategies, than I do in the art of communication. Successful speaker strategies is about 4.5 hours that you can watch at your leisure. Okay. Whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. This is not just talking about speaking on stage. Relationships, in your board meeting, as a teacher, as a professor, communicating online. People need to hear your story. You have something to share. Somebody's waiting for you to become who you are so they can become who they're supposed to be. Here's the question. How much longer will you make them wait? Let's go right now to the eaglesacademy.com/store. You can also go to accessidentity.org/speaker, accessidentity.org/author. Get the successful speaker strategies, get the book, the bestseller book blueprint. Get my books as well. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, iTunes, Audible, available as an ebook, audiobook, hard copy. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, iTunes, Audible. Even get a signed copy at my website, EddieConnor.com. Come on your mark, get set. Let's go. Let's grow. Join me as well in the Amazing Eagles Academy. Yeah, it's time to grow your greatness, and I'm showing you how to do that. I hope you got something from tonight. I hope you got something that really speaks life into your life. I'm out of time, but I'm not out of truth. I want to thank you for the love, for the support, for joining me for In the Mix at 6. And here's the thing. We do this each and every single day, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the digital airwaves of Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, and particularly on YouTube. I know you got something from this tonight. This is what I need you to do immediately. Let's go. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Come on. Show me some love back. Showing you a lot of love by taking my time to do a deep dive and empower you day after day. Show me some love back. Like, comment, share, subscribe, particularly on the YouTube side. And then also follow me on all the social sites at EddieConnorJr. Put some respect on my name. EddieConnorJr. No E's or S's in my last name. Thank you. Also, if I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, please reach out to me. Please reach out to me. If you'd like me to come and speak at your event, please reach out to me. I'd be honored to do so. Yours truly, Dr. Eddie. Your main man, 100 grand. Your brother from another mother. Family, it has been fun, but I got to run. It's always is great talking to amazing people like you. This is what I want you to do. Remember, remember, remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, and brighter. Peace and love. Keep soaring higher.
Hey, it's yours truly, Dr. Eddie. Listen, don't you want to level up in your life? Don't you want to actually dominate this year? You need strategy, you need structure, you need solutions. If you're going to level up in your relationships, if you're going to identify your brand identity, if you're going to identify your identity, this is your year to become more. This is your year to do more. I'm telling you, this is the time to grow your greatness. You need to be in a secure environment, in a community that really cares about your growth, that wants to enhance it, wants to push you in a place of not just information, but transformation for your application. I'm telling you, you don't just go as far as your dream, you go as far as your team. Join our team. Become a part of the Eagles Academy. Go right now. The EaglesAcademy.com. When you get there, you have to join now button and become a member of this amazing academy with so many amazing people, locally and globally, who understand that their network determines their net worth. They want to soar into success and purpose. I can't wait to see your face, not just your space. Go right now. The Eagles Academy.